knäckt någonting och gjort någonting, för det här är dina ryggkotor.
Okay.
Men du har känsel i benen.
Ja.
Och du klarar av själv att stå så där, eller håller de i dig nu?
De håller i mig, för det här benet gör ont på baksidan.
Okay.
So yeah, but as I said, due to COVID, my family couldn't go with me, so I was the only one in the ambulance, and I wanted to legit cry, because at least the thing that I wanted was having my husband next to me, but that was not possible. So it was just like, it's okay. So I remember being in the car, and the nurse was like, was just asking me questions like, how was it, and then I remember him injecting me with something. I've forgotten what it's called, but he was like, just so you know, is either you are going to enjoy this or you're going to have a stomach upset. So it's the two-way thing. And at that point I was just like, please let me enjoy this. But no! As soon as that thing came in contact with my body, guys, I started having mad stomach upset. But that was like, was meant to like help the pain. So it was actually helping with the pain, but I was having a mad stomach upset. Like I was about to throw up, and it will make you like feel a bit lost. Like I've forgotten what it was, but if I remember the name of this injection, I'll write it below. And I was just like, oh my god. Like at this moment it's just like that pain is gone, but I'm having a mad stomach upset, and I don't even know it. Like I couldn't even understand where I was. Like my head was just like it was just not right there. And I remember him trying to ask me questions like, what's your name, where are you, do you remember the reason why you're here, like those kind of questions. But I remember I just wanted to like get to the hospital, and I just wanted to know what is wrong with me. Like, why am I in this pain? Like, why do I have to go through this? Because I remember I was just crying. That's the only thing I was doing. I was just crying. I just wanted to know what is wrong with me. Then I get to the hospital, and obviously because of COVID, there are other people that I prioritized before me, and then at that moment a nurse came to me, took me to my ward, and then I was there alone, and my battery too was low, so I really couldn't even communicate with my family. I remember I could not even turn, so I could not even move from one side of the bed to another, so they always had to come and help me. Because the thing is that the pain was so much that if I lay still in one place, I would feel it the more. So I always had to like call the nurses to come and help me, to move me to the other side, to move me to the other side, to move me to the other side. And then it came to the point where I had to pee, guys, and I couldn't pee on my own because I couldn't use my legs, and a nurse had to come and help me with that. Like, guys, I'm laughing now, but at that moment it wasn't funny. It wasn't funny at all. I was just crying. I was just like, girl, like, you can't move your legs, you can't pee on your own, you are basically a liability. And it was hard, guys. Like, it was hard. Like, the whole thought that I could not do things on my own again was not funny. And the worst part of it is when you're there and you're just waiting for the doctor and you still don't know what is wrong with you. Like, but yeah, the doctor came, took some tests and everything, and checked my back. And at that point they were like, you know what, we don't know if it's something that you have to go for surgery. And at that moment I was like, surgery? Surgery who? Surgery me? Why? And she was like, yeah, we are thinking that you have a disc herniation, and the fact that you can't use your legs is very bad. And normally if you have a disc herniation, you can't use your legs, then it means that you actually have to go for surgery because the disc in your spine is broken, and your nerves are inflamed. You know, a lot of things. And I was like, spine, disc, what? Surgery? Nah, at that moment I was really sad. At that moment I don't know what I would use the word to describe how I was feeling, guys. Like, I was feeling like really bad. And I was like, okay. And then they started giving me like different tablets and everything. But the lady was like, you know what, we can't really take you for surgery immediately. You have to go for an x-ray, which we're going to book you in for and everything, but you're going to go home tonight. That word alone was like, okay, fine, I'm going to at least see my family. Because I was already thinking that, okay, am I gonna go home today? Am I gonna be here alone without hearing from my family or anything? So they were like, okay, you're gonna go home. And I was like, fine, good, okay, that's good. And then they were gonna book me in for an x-ray, and I now went home that night, and the x-ray was like 3 weeks later. And during this period I was really like taking medication, so there were, but the thoughts, or like what everyone was thinking that I had at that point was disc herniation, but they just needed that x-ray as confirmation. Even when they mentioned disc herniation, I didn't know what it was. I had to go home and literally Google it and understand what disc herniation was. And then I now understood that disc herniation was basically the disc in our spinal cord, and one of the disc had broken, and there is this substance inside the disc that had started pouring out, and this broken disc had, I started giving like pressure on one of my nerves, and that is why I started feeling that much pain. But she was like, disc herniation, it comes different for everyone. She was like, people can have disc herniation for like months and don't even know that they have disc herniation. But disc herniation can come on some people, and like they will think you want to die. And that's exactly that's exactly the kind of pain I had. Because I remember when I fell on the ground, I felt like, you know what, my back is gonna break now. Like I remember I used to always shout to my husband, I'm like, my back is gonna break now. My back is gonna break now, because that's the feeling you have. Like it will be like so stiff, and you just be like, okay, it's just gonna break and you're just gonna die. Like that's the kind of pain I had. So I remember going for an x-ray. I think I took a video about that. I'm gonna post it somewhere.
Hi guys, so I am done. It took me like 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes to do the x-ray, and it was strange because they put me in this kind of tube that was open at the two ends, and there was so much noise. So I had to have like, oh my god, how do you call it? Herniated. I don't remember what herniated is in English, but you know that thing they put in your ear. And then I also had like kind of earphones to listen to music, because the sound was really harsh. Like you hear that. It felt like basically 1,000 screenshots, you know, but in a much higher volume. And yeah, and then I had to like obviously lie down still. So apparently I should get my result like next week. So I keep my fingers crossed. Let's see.
I think like a week after, I then got to know that I had a disc herniation. So it had been confirmed. I started going for, you know, a kind of sort of rehab as the physiotherapist. And the physiotherapist was like, okay, maybe we should look much closer into your result from your the test from the x-ray that you took from the lab. So she was like, well, actually you have 2 herniated discs. And the only thing I was thinking about, guys, was like, how did this happen? Like at that moment I was just having thoughts of guilt, because I was just like, maybe I just didn't take good care of my body. Maybe I was just not too careful when I was doing things. Maybe I did not take things too serious, you know. And then I started going back to, girl, you have actually been having back pain for a long time. Do you think that maybe there's something connected to that, and that you didn't put, you know, so much importance into that? So at that moment my I won't say like my life broke down, but I was not feeling very happy. I was always very sad, crying and everything. And God bless my husband because at that moment I was like, nah, I was just crying every time. I was like, it's my fault, I should have taken things more seriously, blah 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 and blah. But the only thing I'm going to really thank God for, guys, is that right now I can sit down, because before this was not even a position I could do. Like picking things from the floor, sitting down for so long, name it. That was it, guys. I just got to know that I had an herniated disc, and I was like, okay, what is the healing process like then? Because they were like, sometimes you have to go for surgery, and then they take out this broken disc and then they put in an artificial disc. And I was just thinking that, girl, are you really gonna go for surgery? But at that point, they were like, people that go for surgery are usually people that they have literally lost their legs. Like, their legs are not even cooperating with them. Like, at that moment, the physiotherapist was like, well, I don't think surgery is for you. I think surgery is actually out of the picture. And that is when I just started thanking God, because I was like, man, I don't know how it feel going around feeling that, you know what, one of the parts in my body is actually artificial. It's not what God gave me. It's not what I came out from from my mom's womb. And I don't know, I just started praying to God, and I'm just like, God, I just need you in this moment, because I need you mentally, I need you physically. And yeah, that is basically everything I have been going through, and that is one of the things that kept me away from you guys. And I felt that I should actually share this with you guys, because we just have to be careful. Especially, I know how it is, especially I'll speak for like the West Africans. I feel like we always take things too light. We're just like, oh, it's fine. Especially when it comes to going to the hospital, everybody's like, don't worry, it's gonna go, or don't worry, it's gonna go, don't worry, it's gonna go. No, go to the hospital. Even if it's nothing, just go there to hear for yourself that it's nothing. Then you can have that confirmation for yourself that, okay, you're fine, and then maybe you can just start looking into your daily activities and see if there's something you have to change. So far, I've been taking just drugs, but there is so much more that you have to do, and there's also so much more than one has to learn, because you have to now be careful with your body and everything, because your body is not that same body that you had before. So guys, as I said before, be careful with your body. Be careful. Like, just the same way you're careful with your car, just the same way you take your car yearly to go for a checkup, take your body for a checkup. You never know what you have until you go and check it out. And you never know what that small thing can result into until you actually go, get knowledge about it, and do something. Watch it, and I hope that somebody would be blessed. I hope that somebody would actually learn from this and would take one or two things out of it. And thank you once again, guys, for reaching out to me to know how I'm feeling. I am feeling good, and I am well. As I said before, this is my healing process, and I know that the healing is for me. So thank you guys for watching my video, and I hope that you keep me in your prayers, and I hope that you will be here on my channel to hear my healing process and to hear my testimony. Thank you so much, guys. I love you guys, and it's still your girl, I am Cleopatra. Oh, bye guys.